I'm Evan Netsch. I am here at Kitty Hawk Kites in Rodanthe, North Carolina, and this is the 2018 Double Agent foil board. So first thing you'll notice is the mast on this one's pretty short. Cabrinha's got 3 size masts. This is the 60 centimeter mast, our middle size. They also have a 40, really short, great for learning. You know, it's going to kind of give you less leverage over the wing, and kind of when you're figuring out the balance of the board and kind of porpoising up and down a little bit, it's going to be short enough where you're not going to stuff the nose in and go over the front as easily. I think the 60 works really well actually for places like this where the water is about waist deep for miles, and you know, you still really get that feel of riding a foil board. You've got enough distance where you're up and you're riding, you're foiling, and it's got a little bit of challenging aspect to it, but it's not that full length mast where you're just driving into the bottom. So this mast has actually been pretty popular here in Hatteras just because the water depth is slightly too shallow. And then of course Cabrinha's got the regular full length 85 centimeter mast. The wings themselves, as you can see, they're relatively low aspect. Back wing's got some curve, front wing curves down a little bit. It's gonna make the board nice and carvy, side to side, playful feeling. But you know, these are really free ride wings. They're meant just to be carvy, easy going, nice to learn with. They hold nice speed still, but you know, obviously you're not gonna compare them to a super high-end race foil. You're not gonna go out and win the world tour on this foil. This foil is more about fun, being playful, carvy, and just having a nice balanced feel. Talk about the board for a second. This is the Double Agent board. This is the 135. It comes in 2 sizes, the 135 and the 145. I think the 135 is probably the more popular of the two. You don't need a huge board in front of you, but the 145 is nice, especially if you're learning and you're bouncing up and down a little bit. Having a little more length out in front of you, kind of keep that nose from, you know, purling as easily. And then if you look at the board as well, it's got a ton of nose rocker in it. And again, this is just gonna kind of help, you know, even if you're a more advanced rider, you're working on your tacks and your jibes, you're gonna touch down. And when you touch down, you know, if you have a really flat board, that nose can catch when you come in at an angle. So having this nose curve really kind of just is nice and forgiving. The other unique thing about the board is it's called the Double Agent. It's got kind of 2 purposes. There's 4 fin holes here. You can put small fins in it and kind of ride it as a, you know, skimboardy, flat water alternative board, which kind of makes it nice for traveling if you end up going somewhere and you know, maybe it's way too shallow and you can't ride a foil board, or you don't feel like foiling, and it's kind of a dual purpose board, and for that reason it's pretty unique, but most people certainly use it as a foil deck. You can also see it's twin tip construction. It's wood core, Polonia wood. It's nice and stiff under your back foot here. The nose has some flex. Again, that just helps make it forgiving, kind of if you're coming down and you know, hitting the water with it a little bit. And it's got inserts for foot straps, even though it doesn't have straps on it right now. It's got the option, you can ride it with a front, one front strap and a back strap kind of in a straight line, or you can do 3 straps, 2 fronts, which is what I like better, and a single back. If you're working on your tacks and your jibes, again, I'd probably recommend going with the 3 strap option. And that pretty much wraps it up. This is the 2018 Cabrinha Double Agent foil board here at Kitty Hawk Kites. So for more information, check out khkiteboarding.com.